Today, we're talking about investing. So here's the question. Dear Kat, I'm a 35-year-old engineer working with a multinational company. I earn a stable income and would like to start investing for my future, but I have absolutely no idea how or where to start. Could you advise? Investing is actually not that complicated. It's just a process of letting your money work for you. You put your money into a good asset and let it grow, and it becomes a second source of income for you. But do you know that investing is not the first thing you should do when you talk about financial planning? Here are 3 things you need to do before you even think about investing. Number 1, build an emergency fund. This should cover at least 3 to 6 months of your living expenses in case you lose your job. The economic situation in Malaysia is uncertain. People are getting laid off. When you have an emergency fund, you can use this money to cover your rental, mortgage payment, car payment, food, petrol, children's expenses while looking for another job. So if you have 3 months of emergency fund, then you have at least 3 months to look for a new job. Start with 3 months and build up to 6 months. To be very clear, this fund is strictly reserved for emergencies. Resist the temptation to use it for any other thing. This is not a house renovation fund. It is not a holiday fund. It is not a new car fund. If you think it's difficult to resist a temptation, why not put it into a different bank account? Number 2, have a standby critical illness fund. Nowadays, we hear news of more and more young people having cancer. If you have a critical illness like that, can you still work? Most likely not. Usually, people take about 3 years to recover, 1 to 2 years to complete the treatment, and perhaps another year to rest. You can't have any stress. So if you don't have any insurance, how will you and your family survive? You have no income, but you need to pay bills. A critical illness policy will pay out a lump sum cash to the insured person when he is diagnosed with a critical illness. The sum insured should be at least 3 years of your income. Get a good critical illness coverage. Step number 3, clear as much debt as you can. Do you know of any investment which can give you a guaranteed 18% per year? No, right? But that's what the banks charge you for credit card debt, 15 to 18% per annum. What's the point of getting a 10% return on your investment when you need to pay 15% to your bank? So clear off as much high interest debt as you can. These are usually credit card and personal loans. Now, finally, after you've implemented steps 1 to 3, you are ready to invest. What should you invest in? If you're Malaysian, the first thing you think about is property. Malaysians love properties. When I was much younger, I used to flip properties and made good money from it too. How old are you now, Catherine? That's a secret. If I tell you, I'll have to kill you. But see this? It's not a mole, it's a pimple. So I'm young enough to have pimples, okay? It's not easy to flip properties now. That's an oversupply situation, especially in the condo market. Prices are down, difficult to get good tenants that can pay you promptly. But what I don't like most about investing in properties is you have to take up a huge loan. That can be very stressful, especially if you're out of job or you are going into retirement. Carrying that burden, I don't think I can sleep at night. By the way, if you find this interesting, please like and subscribe. Currently, there's a debate on whether to invest in unit trusts or ETFs. I recommend neither. What I do recommend for seasoned or new investors is you invest in US mutual funds. They are the best performing assets so far. You can invest in them through saving plans issued by global insurance companies. Some people ask me, Catherine, why do you always talk about US mutual funds? Well, as a licensed financial advisor and planner, I have access to many investment products. And this, in my opinion, is the best one. Proven track record of growing clients' money. Some products out there promise you the sun and the moon, but they can't perform. So how does it work? Well, you start by applying for a saving plan issued by a global insurance company, which is properly licensed by the Malaysian authorities, by the way. You can choose plans with different tenors like 5, 10, 15, up to 25 years. Every month, the insurance company will deduct from your credit card the monthly premium. The minimum is US $350 per month, And the maximum is 1/3 of your income. Why is there a maximum, you may ask? That's to comply with the Anti-Money Laundering Act, or AMLA. I will be your portfolio manager and help you to choose the funds and monitor your portfolio for you. Now, as you know, the biggest and best performing funds are based in the US, and they beat the S&P 500, which is a proxy for the market. We will be investing into those funds. Now, you may ask, why is it that you've never heard of this before? That's because our authorities have only authorized licensed financial advisors to distribute this product. It is not available to insurance agents and unit trust agents to distribute. In Malaysia, we only have about 1,700 licensed financial advisors. This regular saving structure helps you to dollar cost average efficiently. So you don't need to worry. You don't need to keep looking at the market. I will do that for you. But you don't need to worry if the market goes up or go down, because you are putting in money regularly every month. When it's up, you're putting in money. When it's down, you're putting in money. So it dollar cost average very efficiently. This is an inbuilt mechanism in the product. My clients a quarterly report on their portfolio performance. I also issue a newsletter, a private one, to my clients explaining what happened in the market and the way forward. And I will also provide my rationale for my investment strategy. This is what I call a stress-free investment. All you need to do is to make sure that your credit card is deducted every month. But Catherine, what are the fees and charges? See, I knew you're going to ask this question. And that is the question that most people ask. What are the fees and charges? That's a wrong question to ask. Do you know that? The right question to ask is, what is my net ROI? What is my net return after fees and charges? But since you asked, okay, the interesting about this product is it doesn't have any upfront deduction. Unlike local funds, this does not have an upfront deduction of sales charge. Okay, instead, the platform gives you an extra allocation of 2 to 5%. So every time you put in money, depending on how much you put, they will top up 2 to 5%. Now, I didn't say that there are no charges. Okay, there are expenses and charges, of course, but they are deducted every quarter. So what this means to you as an investor is your money has the chance to earn money before anything is deducted from it. For those who are risk averse, you can choose capital guaranteed products as well, where you can invest in a product that is tied to the S&P 500, but they give you a capital guarantee. So you will not lose money, but you can enjoy the growth of the S&P 500. Now that you know what to look out for before you start investing, check out my other videos here. See you in the next video.